It's also a privilege to get to start your own thing when you are still in school. I'm joking, guys. She's actually going to kill me for this one. But yeah. Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl SLM and I'm back again with another video. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey sweetheart, you know that we get to fly high with Smarties right here. So guys, today's video is going to be a sit down video and my energy levels are so high. I know that because the matter that we're going to talk about is very personal to me, okay? So if you've stuck around on this channel from the beginning, you know very well that I am an aspiring pilot who is currently studying film. I study Bachelor of Arts in Live Performance. It basically incorporates stage acting, screen acting, as well as integrated voice and movement, where we're taught how to tell stories using our bodies and voices at the same time. It sounds a little bit complicated, or maybe to you it might sound easy, but it's really tedious. Like, you put in the work. There are film schools around the world, and currently we are using the AFDA system. The AFDA system, like the AFDA school in SA, there's AFDA Cape Town, there's AFDA Joburg, and yeah, so we're using the AFDA system in my school. So I'm gonna be talking about that today. So I hope that you do enjoy this video. This video is not only made for creatives, okay, it's also made for other people who just, you know, love the artistic space and stuff like that. So yes guys, let's hop onto the video and talk about the 5 things that I wish I knew before enrolling into film. Before we go any further, please just allow me to highlight the fact that we stay near the road that is used by a lot of people. So I do know that you guys are going to hear some funny sounds of cars moving around because we literally stay by the road that a lot of people use. So please don't mind that. I believe I'm audible as possible. I believe that I'm audible. Yes, I believe that I'm audible. As possible was not necessary. So I believe that I'm audible enough, and I do believe that you will enjoy this video. Of course, we're not sipping on nothing fancy. We're just having water. You guys really know that I love my water, so that's what I'll be sipping on during this video. So yes, guys, the number one thing that I wish I really knew before I enrolled into film school is the issue of group dynamics. Now I know that a lot of you guys get to work in groups at your respective schools once in a while, but for me and the system that I'm learning under, it's so crazy based on the fact that each and every term we get to work in groups and we learn in groups. There's absolutely no way that you can run away from the fact that you are going to work in a group every term, and it's just so crazy because if I'm playing in my field, like for example, if I'm the live performance student of that group and I'm not being serious with my work, then it might cost, it literally costs the whole group good marks. So everyone needs to be on top of their toes, and we all know the fact that we are very different. You know, I can come to school with a different motive. I'm not serious, you are serious, so imagine the tension that's going to be there, because if you are not serious, if I'm not serious, I'm messing with your marks, you are messing with my marks, and no one wants that. So I just wish I knew the fact that we were always going to be working in groups. I mean, I went to film school because I knew that I love art, and aviation and film are 2 different fields. I wasn't about to do something that's related to sciences. That wasn't my passion fully, so I feel like that's why I jumped from aviation and then I went to film / art and stuff like that, because I knew that it was my passion, right? So I also feel like at times I blame myself, but I am enjoying the process. Don't get me wrong, I definitely love what I study. I love it to bits. It's so amazing. I love it, guys. I love it. But I just feel like at times I didn't do as much research as I should have before going into school as compared to aviation, because one day I was going through my journal and I was actually seeing that I used to take notes on aviation things. Like, I was already studying planes It was so crazy because I even bought books that were aviation related. I have books that are aviation related, like school books, literal school books that I got from aviation students. So with film, I never really got to do that, you know, and I didn't know that we were gonna have to work in groups all the time. So if I'm not serious, I mess with your marks, like I said, you mess with mine if you're not serious, and the group dynamics can get so crazy because at times you find that someone thinks that they can do the film on their own, but that's definitely not possible. Guys, what you see on screens, it's always crisp. I believe every movie that you've seen that you love, it's always crisp. Like right now, The Woman King, guys, it's such an amazing movie, but Miss Viola Davis needed an entire team, you know, to make that movie to come to life. You can never be alone in a film. So imagine if you are not trying to work properly with me, but you need me. So the group dynamics can get so crazy. People can think that, oh no, it's my story, I wrote it, so you can fuck off. Hey, I can't fuck off. You need me to make that film, you know. So that's just how crazy it can get. The fact that we get to work in groups every term just messes with me to some point, but I've already accepted it. You work with different characters each and every term, so we move. So this is just the number one thing that I wish I really knew before going into film school, but I'm glad I made the decision that I made. I'm loving it. Let's go to point number 2. I really feel like I touched a lot on group dynamics, so it's definitely going to lead me to this point of interpersonal skills. Guys, if you don't have proper interpersonal skills, don't come to film school. That's just how it is. I wish I knew this before I actually enrolled into film school, but thank God I've always been a people's person. But being a people's person didn't guarantee me the fact that I am actually going to cope properly when I am in film school. And that's just the truth of the whole issue. That's just the fact of the whole issue. Having interpersonal skills when you are in film school is very, 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 very important, guys. Like, if you don't have proper interpersonal skills, then you're definitely going to suffer, because in most cases you need to consult with your lecturers. In most cases you need to consult with your group members, because for example, I can be working on a module and then it requires me to explain more on, you know, the costume that my character, okay, like I study live performance, right? So most of the time I'm dealing with character analysis, I'm dealing with character bios and things like that. I'm dealing with breaking down the character, understanding the character's world. And for me to further understand my character, I always need to understand that writer's point. Like, you made up this character from what point? So if I don't have proper interpersonal skills, obviously I can walk up to my writer and be like, yo, let's talk about this. But I'm definitely going to need the writer's input for my answer to be better, because he understands the character much more better than I am. He envisioned the character. Now it's my duty to bring the character to life. And I need my writer to bring the character to life because he is the owner of the vision. I hope I'm making sense. So if you don't have proper interpersonal skills, then you're definitely going to suffer, because you always need to consult with your writers and everyone generally. So like I said, your lecturers, your group mates. So if you don't have proper interpersonal skills, then you're guaranteed to suffer. So yes, guys, this is the number 2 thing that I wish I knew before I enrolled into film school. But thank God I've always been a people's person, so I interact well with everyone, I work well with everyone, and it's just always so amazing. I love it. It can get hectic sometimes. Like, you can be working with people who are so difficult in your group, and sometimes it gets so hard when the writer himself or herself is difficult, because you're the owner of the story, dog. I don't need you to be hard on me. Like, let's just get each other, okay? We need each other to get through the term. So proper interpersonal skills, you need that, okay? So the number 3 thing that I'm going to talk about is market. This one is very, very tricky, guys, because the market here for, you know, arts and the creative industry in general, in my country, it's sort of like down. I guess it's also because of the fact that people don't take art as seriously. But I believe we are going somewhere as a country. We are growing, honestly. Excuse me, we are growing, we are moving somewhere, you know. So I just feel like the market here is kind of crazy, because I didn't know for a fact that we are actually going to have to fight for the market with our lecturers. What do I mean by saying that? Our lecturers are already practicing this outside, right? It's not like you're just a lecturer full-time. Some of them do have production companies that they run on the side, and they're doing very well. Love that for them. But I actually didn't know the fact that we're actually going to have to fight for the same market with our lecturers, guys. Like, that's just so crazy. We are in the same field, so literally we are fighting for the same market. And for them, it's sort of like advantageous because they're already practicing right now. And that this is just something that I didn't know. Kore, it's not the same as maybe when someone is a lecturer at UB and they just focus on lecturing. With us, our lecturers practice even outside school. I know that for a fact those other lecturers, of course, they do practice some of their work outside school. Like maybe if a lecturer is a law lecturer, they do maybe have like a law firm on the side, right? And some markets are broad, honestly, but the creative industry here in Botswana, it's so small, so we are just always fighting for the same opportunity. I do believe you get what I mean. We are always fighting for the same opportunity, and I wish I knew this before I actually enrolled into film school, because even right now our lecturers can employ some of the graduates, or they can have them under their companies for attachment, things like that. I just didn't know this before I enrolled into film school. I wish I knew it. So yeah, I guess that's why most of our students, my fellow students, always start their production companies when they're still in school, because it takes time to build up, and you just need to learn when you're still young how to actually maneuver and get your way around the industry when you're still in school. But also I feel like in as much as we fight for the market with our lecturers in a way, it's also a privilege to get to start your own thing when you are still in school, because my school is flexible in that way. You can literally register your own company when you're still in school. So that's sort of like a highlight, it's sort of like a highlight in the midst of the whole chaos. But yeah, I just wish I knew this before I actually enrolled into film school. But yeah, I mean, we move, guys, we move. I honestly got into this industry knowing that it's not that much here in Botswana, but I just felt like God had a plan for my life, and I knew what I wanted to do. It was either aviation or art, and I'm in the artistic industry right now, and one way or the other, my God, He will make a way for me to succeed, even if it means for me to go outside the country, honey. I will definitely do that, because my God is just too huge for me to be suffering, okay? But yeah, that's what I wanted to highlight, guys. The market here is just so crazy. We compete for it with our lecturers, and they're always mentioning this. Not to rub it in our faces, it's just a matter of the fact. If you're not serious with your work, then you'll never get to have bread on your table. And that's just the truth. It hurts, but it is what it is. So, the fourth thing that I want to talk about, guys, mental preparedness. Hey, if you don't mentally prepare for anything in your life, and you think that you can start it without preparing your mind, you're definitely going to go down. Honestly speaking, I wish I knew the level of mental preparedness that I should have done before I actually enrolled into film school, guys. Like I said earlier on in the video, you just only see the bliss, you just only see the beautiful part about it. You go to the cinema and you get to see this amazing film, you love it so much, you recommend it to everyone, and you're just like, guys, you definitely need to see this video. Not this video, you definitely need to see this film. But guys, those people who act on those films and stuff like that, of course they went through school and everything, but even towards making such a production, they need to mentally prepare for it, and in most cases physically. So guys, if you're not mentally prepared for film school, please don't go there. It will drain you, it will finish you, it will mess up with your mental health, it will just bring you down. Like, I can't stress this one enough, guys, because I've seen people quit school, I've seen people go through the pits of depression because of what we study. It's always beautiful to see the end product, but for you to get towards that end product, it's just always so tedious. Like, it can just take a huge toll on you. Sometimes you even think to yourself, what am I getting myself into, So if you're not mentally prepared, guys, for anything, please don't start it. Just always prepare yourself. So I definitely wish that I knew the level of mental preparedness that I had to go under before actually enrolling into film school. And I believe this video will be useful for people who actually want to come to film school. Like, honey, if you're not ready, you're just going to go down, shame. And if you don't prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, you're definitely going to suffer, guys. So this is just something that I really wanted to highlight, because even on my chit chat video where I was talking about maintaining healthy habits, I spoke about taking care of your mind. So it's also part of the process here in film school. Like, your mind just needs to always be, recharged with positive things. And if you tell yourself that you can do it, you can. Just yesterday I was going through the term booklet of what we are going to be dealing with this term, and honey, it's not gonna get cute, okay? It's gonna get hard. So I definitely need to prepare myself for this term as well. Like, it's just going to get so crazy, guys. So generally, everything in life, you just need to prepare your mind for it. And trust me, if you put God first and you put your mind to it, you're definitely going to achieve it. So please, guys, always prepare yourself mentally for things. You will never go wrong for any course, honestly, whether you're doing engineering, psychology, all those nice things. Just always prepare yourself mentally. So guys, the fifth and final thing that I want to talk about, though I feel like the things that I'll really talk about are so many, I just feel like I'll make another video probably with my classmates and stuff like that, just so you get more depth on what actually I am talking about right now. But the fifth and final thing that I would like to talk about is actually the physicality of your body. If your body is not ready for film school, then don't try to come to film school. Whether you find yourself as a cinematographer, as a sound engineer, as a live performance student, as a costume and makeup stylist, as a writer, as a director, if your body is not ready, and if you're not willing to make your body ready for that, then don't enroll into film school. I just wish I knew this before I actually enrolled into film school, but I thank God always for how things are actually happening inside of my life, because I just feel like they're aligning. I'm a dancer. I actually sort of like mentioned this in my video, every video I make, hey? But yeah, I'm a dancer, and I love working out. I'm athletic. So it's just always as if things happen for a reason, bro. Like, it's not even a joke. Just look at me right now. I mean, it's helping me so much at school. The fact that I'm always working out and stuff like that. Even when we open and we have, theater plays that we have to do that require a lot of physical work and stuff like that, I do not suffer much as compared to other people like, bro. I'm joking, guys. She's actually going to kill me for this one. But yeah, if your body is not ready physically, then don't just try to enroll into film school, because guys, if you're a writer director, you have to be on set leading people. You're the leader of the whole crew. If you're like the producer, then you have to be on your tours, working, scouting for locations, things like that. It's crazy, child, and it's a lot of work. So don't take it lightly. If your body is not ready, then don't come to film school. If you're going to be a sound engineer, you're literally going to be holding a boom mic like this overnight when we shoot overnight. You can imagine the amount of strength that is required from your arms. Like, Haspano, Joe. Haspano. If you're like a costume, makeup, and stylist, how when you do someone's makeup and then the writer is like, oh no, that's not what I envisioned. You literally have to rub that makeup off and start again, because you are there to help the director push his vision, and in the end you're getting marked for that. Did you literally help the director move his vision in the correct way? Is it making sense? Things like that. As a costume makeup stylist, you make clothes, you sew, you make clothes for the crew. Like, it's crazy, guys. It's a lot of work. So people take it light. But please, if you're not ready physically, and if you're not willing to put in the physical readiness on your body, then no, I know I said that was going to be the fifth and final thing that I wanted to talk about. But I think I'd like to address Kanya Hore. Rona as film students in Botswana. Like, we literally go to school for this, right? And there are people who are just perfectly gifted by God, and they're actually able to practice this without having to actually go to school. And I think what really gets to me is the fact that when people see us, you know, like we're trying to pursue this thing professionally, right? And there are people in the industry who are doing so very well, don't get me wrong, they're doing so perfectly well, but they didn't go to school for this. And at times it's like they undermine us, the ones who actually go to school for this. I wish I knew this before I enrolled into film school, because what pisses me off is the fact that we need each other to thrive in this industry. But people sometimes just tend to have this tendency and this mindset, oh no, so you think you're better just because you study this thing and I didn't study it. No, I don't think I'm better. I know I'm pursuing it professionally. You are doing very well, but obviously you didn't pursue it professionally, and it's perfectly fine, bro. So there's absolutely no need to have beef, or for you to undermine me, or for me to undermine you just because you are doing well and you didn't go to school for it. But for you to undermine me just because I'm going to school for it, and then you come to me and you're like, oh no, and then you're like, no, guys, please, we need to respect each other in this industry. So I just feel like, to a certain extent, the lack of respect that exists in this industry, it really pisses me off, because that's how we're not thriving as Botswana in this industry, and that's how other people are thriving in this industry in other countries, because they respect each other, you know. So I feel like I should have known this before I enrolled into film school, but thank God we get to meet these people in the streets, and you just get to know, no, this one I cannot work with. And that's, I guess that's the beauty of our industry as well. If I'm a disciplined person as I am, and then I come across someone who's not as disciplined as I am, but they think they can put in the work, then we're definitely not going to work with each other properly. And that's just the truth of it, you know. And I thank God for the people that I'm working under their wing and I'm being taught under their wing. They also have the same values, bro. Like, if you're not putting time, respect, and discipline into your craft, then it won't take you anywhere. So clearly we can't work together. So I'd just like to highlight the fact that, guys, we need to respect each other in this industry, right? We definitely need to respect each other in this industry. You are an artist in what level? Are you a painter? Are you an artist who sings? Whatever. Are you a performer? I don't know. We just need to respect each other, guys. That's how we'll thrive in this industry. I just wanted to highlight that one. Even I need to take a sip of water, because wow, touches my soul. But yes, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I hope that you enjoyed it and you actually got to learn a thing or two from this industry that I am currently, you know, under. I just do hope that I do get to do my aviation though one time in another life or something like that. God knows the desires of my heart, and I believe that He will honor me and He will honor you too. Just keep on speaking to Him and letting Him know about your plans and what exactly you want to do. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy sitting down and talking to you guys about serious matters like this. Until my other video, my other sit down video, please do stay hydrated, love yourself, and stay safe. I love you guys so much. See you in my next video. Bye.